Hey, what's going on, folks? Larry Packmasters Dog Training. Let's try to make a quick video. I'm going to try to make this quick today in response to the video I put out 2 days ago about the two cane Corsos, okay? With the leash reactivity, the leash aggression, how the e-collar was used, what I did the first 3 lessons. There was a lot of feedback on that, you know, most of it really positive feedback. And but I want to touch on something that I saw a couple of people comment on. In the video, I talk about at one point how I was on a level 50 of the Mini Educator. To many people, that's all they see. They see the number. This is very, very wrong to focus on that. Very wrong, okay? There's one comment in particular that I wanted to address. I haven't gotten a response yet. I asked a question on the Facebook post. But someone, Christy, commented, you know, something to the effect like 50, wow, my dog screams on a number 5. I want to touch on that exact comment for everyone, and I want everyone to answer this for me, okay? If the dog that I'm working with, big powerful dog with some serious behavioral issues, is prepared, okay, 2 or 3 lessons prior, if we prepare the dog and teach the dog, we're fair to the dog, we train the dog understands the language completely. If that dog flinches on a number 50 and then is able to relax and comply, and by the 3rd lesson the serious behavioral problems are gone and now they get to live a normal life and get to go on nice walks, but your dog on a level 5 screams, what does that tell you? I want you to really think about that. What does that tell you? Who is being unfair to the dog? Why does your dog scream on a number 5? Okay? Really think about that. In my case, the dog is prepared. The dog learns. The dog is trained. And the dog is prepared to take a correction down the road if necessary. And that correction will make the dog better and stronger and more confident, right? Thank you, Mr. Balone. Thank you. Always give credit where credit's due. One of the greatest things I've ever learned in dog training. Christy, if your dog is screaming on a number 5, my suggestion is, you put the e-collar away and get professional help. Because obviously, something's not going right there. Okay, if your dog is screaming for any reason, there's a problem. That's not fair. You are not taking the dog into consideration. You're not preparing the dog. You're not training the dog. The dog is not learning. If your dog is screaming on a number 5 and my dog responds the way we want it to at a number 50, what does that tell you? So I want everyone to think about that. People get too caught up on the numbers. So if at a number 20, the dog doesn't respond, that's not a high number. Do you understand what I'm saying? If at a number 50, the dog responds the way it's supposed to, that's an appropriate number. Now, if that dog screamed and flipped and did everything, then it's too high. So you're either too high or you're either too low, or you're finding the right numbers. And that takes many, many years of practice and experience and a lot of dogs. And most people don't understand that. So when it comes to the e-collar training, guys, you can't get caught up on numbers. The right number is the right number for that dog, that situation, that amount of distractions. But what you're missing here is the dog was prepared beforehand to understand everything that's done. If your dog is screaming on a number 5, it's not prepared for nothing. Nothing except poor training, okay? You have to train the dog first. So that person who made that comment, it didn't upset me or nothing, but I really, and I don't mean this to point fingers or single one out. I'm not doing this in a negative way. My whole goal over the past several years has been to preach and spread the proper use of the e-collar. It's really important to me. And I've done that to the best of my ability. I have preached about training with the least amount of conflict possible, having compassion for the animal, being fair to the animal. But yet, when you look at the overall picture, now this person sees number 50. Oh my God, my dog screams at a 5. She doesn't see that we have a person that's going to lose their dogs if we don't do something. They don't see a person that, oh, this dog can't even go for a walk because it's so out of control. They don't see any of that stuff. They don't see that, wow, now these dogs can go out and live a normal life. They see a number, but yet their dog screams on a number 5. See, that's a big problem that we have in the dog training industry, guys. I'm amazed some of the times when I put videos out, you know, most of the stuff, I have not had people go after me very much. I'm very fortunate that way. But every now and then I'm blown away about when we do a video like this or when we show something with dogs. There's always someone that points out the dumbest shit. I wonder how these people think sometimes. I'm like, holy shit. Now, I respect people's opinion. I don't mind a disagreement. But this here is a problem because when you think like that, then we're not helping as many dogs as possible. You're hurting dogs, plain and simple. You're not doing trainers a justification. You're not doing dogs a justification. You're definitely not doing e-collar training a justification. That kind of shit right there hurts our ability to use the tools that we want. And I tell you what, I've said it before, it's people like that that put our tools in jeopardy. So again, I'll end this here, but I want anyone, not just Christy, I want anyone to answer that question for me. If my dog responds well at a number 50, if I get the behavior exactly what we're looking for afterwards, no stress, and a happy, relaxed dog, but your dog screams on a number 5, what does that tell you? I want anyone to answer that for me. Please comment here, share this video. I want to look for some answers. Someone answer that, because Christy hasn't answered it on the comment. Maybe she hasn't seen it yet, but I want an answer because I want to get through to her. She may be a wonderful person. I don't know her, you know, and her comment might have had no, you know, ill intent behind it at all. But it's important because if we can help that one person understand something better, I want her to understand. So anyone answer that for me, but I'd really like to hear that for her. If your dog screams at a 5 and mine complies at a 50, what does it tell you? Okay, happy Friday, people. Peace.